Chapter 20. Then answered Zophar the Naamathite, and said, Therefore do my thoughts give answer to me, even by reason of my agitation that is in me. I have heard the reproof which putteth me to shame, but out of my understanding my spirit answers me. Knowest you not this of old time, since a man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the godless but for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They that have seen him shall say, Where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and he shall not be found, yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall appease the poor, and his hands shall restore his wealth. His bones are full of his youth, but it shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it, and will not let it go, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his food in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of asps within him. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. God shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of asps. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not look upon the rivers, the flowing streams of honey and curd. That which he labored for shall he give back, and he shall not swallow it down. According to the substance that he hath gotten, he shall not rejoice. For he hath oppressed and forsaken the poor. He hath violently taken away a house, and he shall not build it up. Because he knew no quietness within him, his greed he suffered not to escape. Therefore was nothing left that he devoured not. Therefore his prosperity shall not endure. In the faithfulness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. The hand of every one that is in misery shall come upon him. It shall be for a filling of his belly. He shall cast the fierceness of his wrath upon him, and it shall cause it to rain upon him into his flesh. If he flee from the iron weapon, the bow of brass shall strike him through. He draweth it forth, and it cometh out of his body. Yea, the glittering point cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All darkness is laid up for his treasures. A fire not blown by man shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tent. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart. His goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of the wicked man from God, and the heritage appointed unto him by God. All right, let's go back up, verse 1. And yesterday now, Job was speaking. Job has finished his speaking, and Job was saying, no matter what you say, if I've sinned, my sin, I'm going to keep it to myself, and this is going to be between me and God. And you're just trying to use this as an occasion to make yourself look larger in someone else's eyes, but it's not helping me any. Because God has done this. This is the work of God. And we'll see this work is in the earth. And just because you're poor, just because men think that, he's poor, his house has been reduced to nothing. This is not a wickedness. This is not wickedness. There's no sin here. See, just because a man ain't a man of great wealth and a man of great substances, we'll find out the great wealth and the great substances of this earth can only be used as error, and generally would become error to the unlearned. We're going to pick it up here in verse 1, and so far it's going to be giving a little bit of answer to Job. Job is giving a warning to be afraid of the sword, to be afraid of these things that come against the whole land in judgment, because it's done because to let it be known that there's judgment in the earth. There is a judgment in the earth. It's the law of God, and it goes forth and it does his work continually. Verse 1, Then answered Zophar the Naamathite, and said, So now Zophar is going to speak again. Zophar, remember, Zophar is the bird. Zophar is a bird, and it refers to getting that which gets up early. He rises up early. The early bird gets the worm, and these are those ones of beauty and those ones of goodliness. Well, those ones we hear singing in the trees early, too. Therefore do my thoughts give answer to me, even by reason of my agitation that is in me. Therefore my thoughts give answer. So I'm listening, and then my thoughts come up with the answer. We'll find out. It's a spirit within that's going to be speaking. But by reason of my agitation, and today we would refer to an agitation as somebody making you angry. Here we have in the King James Version, and for this I make haste. We'll find out. And what it basically, and then hasted would be, we would think somebody's trying to hurry us or trying to hurry it along. But actually, what it's saying is this is excitement, because of an excitement that is in me. 3. I have heard the reproof which putteth me to shame, but out of my understandings my spirit answers me. I've heard your words, Job. I've been sitting here listening to you, and I've heard your words that puts me to shame. You've put me down. But out of my understanding, my spirit answers me. And this is what going to be Zophar's understanding. Of course, we all have our own, which God give us his, and this we do share. But we'll find out. He's going to speak. His spirit, that which is within him, is going to speak. For knowest you not this of old time, since man was placed upon the earth? Don't you know this of old time? This right here, this old time would be odd. And it's been here forever. Don't you know this has been going on forever? Since man was put on the earth. Fine. That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the godless but for a moment. That this triumphing of the wicked, this period during that where the wicked take over, the wicked reign, the wicked do their wicked work, it's a short period of time, and we find these things that go around. The entire book's been teaching of them for periods, for great periods of time. These are rains. These are like little rains coming down that gently water the garden, or give us some understanding even out of the past. 6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, even though his excellency, he may be even the greatest ruler of the world, but they can reach up to heavens. All this great honor, he can be as the mightiest of all, take over. There's been many wicked men who have ruled. There's no great secret about that. We ain't going to mention none of them's names. 7. Yet he shall perish forever, like his own dung. They that have seen him shall say, where is he? It doesn't matter how great, how mighty you get. We'll find out. See, there's a little something waiting for you. It's called the grave. See, and in that day, he'll be like the dung upon the earth. Man's just like dung in that day. He's gone. He's gone to drought. He's going to wither away. He's returning to the earth from which he came. And they'll say, now, where is he? Where is he in all the wickedness that he done? Now, he is gone. He shall fly away as a dream, and he shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. He shall fly away as a dream, just like a dream that enters in and it's gone. He shall not be found. Where is it? I can't remember the dream I had. Yea, see, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night, like a nightmare you didn't want to have. You chased it away, you awakened from it and run it off. Instead of staying in it, and nursing it. 9. The eye which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. All those that seen him, he had a period of time, and it's gone. And all those that was around him, everybody that knew, He's gone. They don't see him no more in his place. That's where you're known by, that place where we can look and remember. See, it may be a chair sitting on the porch. It may be a kitchen table drinking some coffee, and this understanding, this perspective. See, that's your place, and that's the place whereby you were known of. It ain't gonna know you no more. It ain't gonna see you no more. We'll find out. The truth is, see, we all die, and that's what it boils down to. 10. His children shall appease the poor, and his hands shall restore his wealth. His children. Now, those that come forth from him. See, we're talking about a man who's got his gains they're ill-gotten gains. They're gains he's got by wickedness, by cheating, by robbing and stealing and perverting the truth, twisting and mangling understanding to put gain in his pockets. See, that's who we're talking about. His children shall appease the poor, those that come forth from him, or they're going to return this money back to the poor from where he stole it, or where he took it from them. His hands or his works, that's those that come from him even, they shall restore his wealth. They're going to give all of his wealth away. 11. His bones are full of his youth, but it shall lie down with him in the dust. His bones, his essence, his understandings, they're full of youth. He's going to the grave, though. It doesn't matter how young the mind is. The body's going to wither. The body's going to grow old. The body's going to return to the dust. 12. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, this wickedness is sweet in his mouth. Oh, it gets him great money. It brings him great treasures of this earth. I mean, he heaps up wealth. He heaps up all the gold and the silver, see, with his tongue, even that which he hides under his tongue. He's speaking one thing, and his intent is a whole different thing, and that's the understanding in this. It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. See, we hear all this pleasantness, this beauty, this wonderfulness, but the intent is to deceive and take advantage of. 13. Though he spare it and will not let it go, but keep it still within his mouth. Though he spare it, and what that is, he has pity, or he keeps it to himself. See, he ain't gonna let it go. He ain't gonna tell nobody. And it's still within his mouth. It remaineth within his mouth. And right here, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get Job to admit his deceit, admit that he's done something wrong, and it's not going to happen. Job ain't done nothing. Job's going to maintain his innocence. 14. Yet his food is in his bowels is turned. It is gall of the ass within him. Yet his food in his bowels, or the substance that is within us, is turned. It's changed around, is what this means. It's rolled over. That what was on bottom is on the top. That one on the top now on the bottom and it's reversed. Oh, that which was pleasurable is now not pleasurable. That which was great is abased. See, it's the opposite. It's an opposite. It's what's happening in here. So the food, the substance that's within this goodliness, I made my wealth by doing wickedness. Suddenly, in the end, see, it's changed around. It's changed around because we'll find God has the ability to change your spirit and your understanding. And you may get away with this all your life, but as you're laying there drawing your last breath, and God starts reminding you of all the wickedness and evilness and the perversions you've done against everybody, see, you're not going to find much consolement there. 15. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. God shall cast them out of his belly. He has swallowed down riches. He's taken up all this stuff to himself, we'll find out. But he's going to vomit them up again. They're going to come back up. Why? God shall cast them out of his belly, or from within him. God We'll point it out. See, in the end, you're going to face the Creator. And He has the last word in every subject. And it doesn't matter what anybody said, what anybody's told you, or what you think yourself. See, God's going to have the last word in the matter. 16. He shall suck the poison of asps, the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall suck the poison of asps. And this poison here, it's the same like this gall's being referenced to. The bitterness of these vipers, these ones who have the poison in their mouth. But the viper's tongue shall slay him. And the viper's tongue, it's like any other snake's tongue. It comes out and it's forked on the end. It's the one tongue, but with two ends. See, one tongue cometh forth. We've got two ways, two ends. It speaketh both ways. He's a liar, is what it means. We find that this reference was used by the Indians years ago. He speaks with forked tongue. He's a liar. He has deception in his mouth. See, and that's which goes forth and divided, which been divided, was divided by the law. 17. He shall not look upon the rivers, the flowing streams of honey and curd. He ain't going to get to look upon the rivers, these things that descend. We'll find out this is the goodness that's descending, the pleasantness of God that's descending in that last moment, this rest which God has promised, these flowing streams of honey and curd, all the goodness of life. This is the goodness, all the greatness, the wonderfulness, the honey, the curd, this fatness of the land. 18. That which he labored for shall he give back, and he shall not swallow it down according to the substance that he hath gotten. He shall not rejoice. That which he labored for he shall give back. Why? But he can't use it where he's going. They got no reason for all that. That's treasures of this world, and you'll not be taking it with you. See, you're going to lay it all down in that last moment. See, you've got no choice. You have no need of these things of flesh there. But we'll find out he's not prepared a place there. He's not prepared an understanding there. He's not prepared anything there. And everything that he's labored for, he's going to give back. It's going to return, right back to where it came from, into the earth. He shall not swallow it down. He ain't going to get to keep it for himself. It don't work like that. According to the substance that he hath gotten, he shall not rejoice. He ain't going to be happy for everything now, because all of it together won't buy you one more moment. 19. For he hath oppressed and forsaken the poor. He hath violently taken away a house, and he shall not build it up. Why? Because he hath oppressed and forsaken the poor. These ones who don't have much. They don't have, and there's great wickedness here I've seen in the earth. They sell knowledge and they sell understanding that ain't worth nothing. They say these makes a man rich. This is what gives all the understanding out. These are the ones we call the elite. These are the educated ones. Well, they're educated by their own understanding. And in the last day, their knowledge will amount to nothing but dust. Just because that's what it is. It's like the shaft in the wind. It's been changing for 1,000 years. And man's understanding ain't never going to quit changing. Why? Because he has no true understanding. He has no knowledge. Truth and knowledge and understanding are foundations. See? And man doesn't have the ability to have that form of understanding. God does. See, God give us the law. God give us. This is understanding. This is knowledge. This is wisdom. See, but those things that get you the gain of the world ain't necessarily anything great. Especially since when you die, you'll be leaving them here and you'll not be taking them with you when you go. But he's violently taken away a house. He took away something that didn't belong to him. It wasn't his. He ain't going to get to build it up. It shall not be built up. 20. Because he knew no quietness within him. In his greed he suffered not to escape. He knew no quietness, there was no rest within him. His mind was constantly, we'll find out in the understanding of greed, there's never enough, more and more. Seeking more for yourself, knowing there's verily enough for everybody. 21. There was nothing left that he devoured not. Therefore his prosperity shall not endure. There wasn't nothing left that he devoured not. If he didn't devour it, he trampled the residue with his feet and dirtied it so nobody else could have any. See, therefore his prosperity shall not endure. He ain't going to have no goodness in it. See, it's all taken away in the last moment. It didn't do you no good. Oh, well, unless you take the attitude like Zacchaeus. Oh, as long as it's been good in my days. Yeah, but your children will greatly suffer for that understanding. 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. The hand of every one that is in misery shall come upon him. In the fullness of his sufficiency, oh, in the greatness of his having enough, he shall be in straits. Why? Well, it won't do you no good. It's not going to do you no good. When the moment comes, it comes, and it doesn't matter how much you have anymore. See, it's that other time in life where all men are equal. See, in the moment we're born, we're equal, and the moment we die, we're equal. And all the moments in between, it's man that has brought inequality upon us. 23. It shall be for the filling of his belly. He shall cast the fierceness of his wrath upon him, and he shall cause it to rain upon him into his flesh. It shall be for the filling of his belly. That which is within us, that to let him know everything that he's done. He shall cast the fierceness of his wrath upon him, just because, see, God is that one. He comes in that last moment to let you know, hey, just what you've done. We got heaven and earth. We got witnesses. See, witnesses against you. 24. If he flee from the iron weapon, the bow of brass shall strike him through. If he flee from the iron weapon, that weapons of iron, these things that men make, these things that men forge out, these things that, and that's what the iron weapon is. It's the laws and the rules of men, these understandings that men have that they make. If he runs from that, the bow of brass shall strike him through. That bow of brass, that which is bent. It's that cold darkness that waits for him. 25. He draws it forth, and it comes out of his body. Yea, the glittering point cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. He draws it forth, it comes out of himself. It comes from within him. And this, yes, this comes from within him. This glittering point coming out of his gall. That bitterness from within. See, that bitterness within, that's, we can find out, that's that arrow coming through you. That's that arrow that's coming through you from God. See, it's a little judgment of God there. These terrors are upon him as he faces his last moment. Psalm 26. All the darkness is laid up for his treasures. A fire not blown by man shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tent. All the darkness is laid up for his treasures. This is what's hidden for him. See, this is what's held in a hold for him. All the darkness. Darkness is the negative. That's that negative. That's what you don't want. See, that there's like the opposite of what you want. 28. This fire that's not blown by man shall consume him. If it's not blown by man, it must be blown by God. That would be the judgment of God. That comes from transgression. 27. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The heavens, all the understandings, these great understandings that are above, shall reveal his iniquity, his perversions. In time you're made known, and the earth shall rise up against him, and the earth, that of flesh. all things of it, the earth, that's going to be your witness against you, will find an end. See, because it doesn't matter. In time to come, a great man, even, let's just take one of the leaders of the world, for example, time will blow by, history will be written, and there shall be their reflection. Even after that period of time, whether these ones that hold him in some kind of great light are past, and the truth is reflected upon, and we can plainly see the wickedness of their ways, see, then our history books will reflect accurately. 28. The increase of his house shall depart, his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. The increase of his house, oh, all the greatness of it. Oh, this increase. His goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. In the day of God's wrath, in the day we'll find out, so far is saying this is what happens to the evil man. It's what happens to the wicked man. He gets himself much. He gathers up a bunch. I ain't saying to be wealthy makes you wicked. I ain't saying to be poor makes you not wicked. See, that's something that's found within you. The wealth ain't going to decide that. But you can't hide from God, no matter which way it is. 29. This is the portion of the wicked man from God, and the heritage appointed to him by God. And this would be the portion of the wicked man from God, this heritage appointed unto him by God. And what it boils down to is, in the end of days, God's going to bring a little understanding to you. God wants you to know and understand what you've done. We'll have heaven and earth as a witness against you as you stand before the great judge. We're going to move on to chapter 21. Turn and return.